All right, so it's an all-Paris affair on this Wednesday's edition of the SportsMax Zone as we now tug on the curtains that closed on the Olympic career of Bermuda's triathlete, Dame Flora Duffy, at the Paris Games earlier on Wednesday. The 36-year-old who entered the event as the defending champion stopped the clock at 1 minute 52.12 seconds to finish fifth in the women's individual triathlon in what was a remarkable comeback from an 18-month injury layoff to attempt a title defense. Duffy was grateful to remain competitive despite a long journey back from injury.
Just to get back here and be in the mix and finish fifth, and yeah, I mean, I had a great swim, and so yeah, overall I'm happy, but it's just an emotional moment because this is my final time here.
Meanwhile, compatriot Erica Hawley finished in 41st place in 2 minutes 1.55 seconds, while another Bermudian, Tyler Smith, 34th, and Matthew Wright of Barbados, 48th, found the going tough in the men's equivalent. So, Leighton Levy still in studio with me. And Leighton, this morning there were a lot of different events. Heartbreak because Dame Flora Duffy, defending champion, but I think there is a place in our heart where we can understand. She has battled injury, and she did really come out and give it her best shot.
Look, finishing fifth in one of the toughest events in the world ever. Remember, Flora Duffy is not just some fly-by-night triathlete.
Correct.
She's a multiple ITU triathlon world champion. She's the Olympic champion. She is the Commonwealth champion. She has a very accomplished career. So at 36, coming off injury and coming into these games, hoping to defend her Olympic title and finishing fifth, I don't think anybody has much anything to complain about because she's served so well, winning so many titles along the way. I mean, I think there's a point where she won, I think, 5 or 6 titles in a row at the ITU and Triathlon World Championships. That's such is the quality of the woman. So falling short, coming off injury at the toughest, probably the toughest Olympics, given the time and her age and the fact that she's coming off an injury. I mean, it's a glorious way to go. Fifth in your fifth Olympics. I don't think anybody can complain about that.
Yeah, and she spoke about this special journey, and she will know best, what she would have endured, the different sacrifices that these athletes make in order to compete at this high level and stay professional. So she is one of the athletes that will really be missed.
Yeah, I think Bermuda especially will miss her because, remember, Bermuda, I think like 60,000 people. There are not that many athletes of world-class quality on that island. So what she has done for them over the past couple of decades now comes to an end, and it's a legacy that's left behind for others to follow, blazing trails for new inspirations to come through and see what has been done before and how can they follow suit. So I think her legacy is set. And it's now for others to step up to the plate and see whether or not they can emulate what she's managed to do over all these years.
Yeah, and of course a bit unfortunate for the men's equivalent, none of our athletes making the top 5. But what's for sure is the Caribbean athletes will be on show tomorrow. That will be in sailing and windsurfing action with Trinidad and Tobago's Dylan Carter, Aruba's Mikkel Schruders, and Jordan Crooks of the Cayman Islands among the big names is set to feature in swimming. And before track and field takes center stage on Friday, here's a listen in from our athletes in Paris.
Training facility, which is a 10-minute walk from the athletes' village. And everyone is here. It is a packed facility this morning. We've seen competitors from Cuba, from Jamaica, from the Bahamas, from St. Vincent and the Grenadines, everyone going through their paces. We've actually seen a very relaxed-looking Shelly-Ann Fraser-Price, who was in contrast to a rather frustrated Sha'Carri Richardson, who entered the facility being very vocal about not wanting her picture taken. One thing is for sure, the pressure is rising in Paris as we look forward to the athletics, which begins on August 2nd. CJ Green, welcome. welcome to the Paris 2024. How ready are you for this Olympic?
Well, we're as ready as it gets. If you're not ready by the time you get to the village, you're in some big trouble, huh?
How is your training this morning?
Training is going really, really good. Actually, today was a really, really good day. Sometimes training don't go as planned, but today was a good day. Coach was happy, so coach is happy. I can't complain, right?
Personally, it's been great. I have no complaints. The weather, although yesterday was raining, the weather has been good. Training has been going great. This is like my second or third day out here, and everything's coming together really well. So I'm excited. It's going great for me.
Shaquem McKay here for Trinidad and Tobago. Your first Olympics. Can you quite believe it?
A dream come true. I'm just taking it day by day as it comes and just moving with it. I'm not letting it get to my head or anything. I'm just here to get the job done.
You're here to train today. We've taught you just before training. How long will you spend? What sorts of things will you do?
Well, today is a fairly easy day. We have a couple of sprints, accelerations, block starts. Today is really just a day to prepare for tomorrow where we really hit it on the track.
Shafika Maloney, aka Fifi. How would you compare this Fifi to the one from Tokyo?
The Fifi from Tokyo was not in a good place mentally, inexperienced, and just wasn't aware of what it takes to get to the Olympics and what it takes to be on the top stage. Now I have a lot more experience. I've been running for a couple of years now. I've been on the professional level, on the professional circuit, and I'm a lot more prepared mentally and physically.
What are your ambitions for yourself for Paris 2024?
Paris 2024 really hammered through the rounds. Just make sure I don't leave anything off the track, essentially. So give it my all every round and just, do my very best so I can proceed and make it to the final.
I'm out here chasing medals like everybody else. The goal is to take it one round at a time, get to the finals, but can't think about the finals until I get past each round. So one round at a time, and when I get to the finals, it doesn't matter what you ran before you came here. It's about what you do when you come here. You got to show up, and so
I think I want to compete well and be a good ambassador for my country, first and foremost. And once I compete hard and compete well like I always do, I think Grenada would be proud and Grenadians would be proud, and a medal will be the cherry on the top of it.
All right, well, Leighton, it's so good. This feature actually put a smile on my face, especially because today I felt like it was a bit heavy after I got that news about Shericka Jackson. So it's good to hear all of these Caribbean athletes as they get ready for their events. Good spirits. One of the athletes in particular said they're here to get those medals, and that's exactly what we want from them. A quick comment on, any one of the athletes.
No, actually like seeing all of them, because all of our people who I've interviewed at one point or the other, like Alia Abrams from Guyana. She's quite the athlete and quite the personality as well. And just hearing her saying that she wants to get to the final, working through Shafika Maloney, who obviously we've carried stories about her so far this year with the challenges that she's had raising money to get to
Yes.
Paris. It was also good to see coaches Sheva there, of course, who coaches Jamaica's Brenna Liston, who is not at the Olympic Games, and of course Travis Gifford, who coaches Jaden Hibbert and the Jamaican high long jumpers. So it was a good mix, and it's wonderful to see these athletes enjoying the space and enjoying their time at the Olympic Games with their own individual ambitions. And I'm wishing all of them the best, because not everybody can win, but once they give it their best shot, I'm sure their countries will be proud.
Yeah, very, very proud, of course, for all our Caribbean athletes participating in Paris 2024. Gonna take a quick break, gotta pay some bills, and we'll be right back.
Avec passion et courage, nos cœurs sont élevés. In the arena.